Canada? Well, the single-use plastics, that's something that's going to be the case, that it's going to wind down for the end of this year. There's a 6-month wait till the end of the year until the single-use plastics are banned in Canada. There needs to be alternatives for such things as plastic straws and grocery bags by the end of the year. If you've noticed, when you go grocery shopping, you no longer can find plastic bags there, and you have the alternative of buying bags, the fabric bags, whether it's for 35 cents or for a smaller size or larger, and now it's becoming something that you'd have to do to prepare for when it goes to shopping, even at big super stores such as Walmart, if you're going to go buy many items. Well, Environmental Minister Stephen Guilbeault, he's actually listing a number of items that are going to start with the single-use plastic that are going to be banned, and other Liberal MPs are going to be laying out the plastic ban in a series of events throughout the country today. So we're going to hear from them, and we're going to, of course, cover that for you in Why Media Political Sensex. You want to stay with us on that. It's everything political related. And so, yeah, essentially it's discussed about the minimum amount of recycled content and other plastics that the government seeks to create what they call a bigger market for recycled plastics in Canada. And this is the items that we're talking about are straws, takeout containers, grocery bags, cutlery, stir sticks, plastic rings used to hold 6 cans of bottles together. And this comes after almost 3 years where Prime Minister Justin Trudeau first promised that his government would phase out production and use of hard-to-use plastic items for his zero plastic waste by the end of the decade. Essentially, this is something that was going to happen in 2021, but because of COVID, it was pushed back. And this year is now the deadline. And just to give you a bit of stats when it comes to single-use plastics, well, plastic waste has been a growing problem around the world, and we've seen that in images of what comes to the shorelines of many beaches. Well, it's estimated about 10% or less of most manufactured plastic recycled is a part of the problem. And essentially, according to Environment and Climate Change Canada, in 2019 found that 3.3 million tons of waste was thrown out, and almost half of it was plastic packaging. And that is the case because there's plastic packaging on almost everything you buy. And less than 1/10 of that was recycled. So essentially all of it ended up in landfills. And plastic ended up in landfills, and this is about going to take about what they estimate hundreds of years to decompose. So it is a massive problem. An estimated 29,000 tons ended up in plastic pollution, littering parks, forests, waterways, shorelines, and that's been the case as we've seen it in those images. The Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup Project in 2019 removed more than 163,000 kilograms of plastic waste from nearly 4,000 kilometers of shoreline in Canada. The documented project essentially included more than 12,000 plastic bottles, 12,480 plastic straws, and almost 17,000 plastic bags. Very significant. So essentially the federal data shows that in 2019, that 15.5 billion plastic grocery bags, as well as 4.5 billion pieces of plastic cutlery and 3 bill stir sticks and 5.8 billion straws, 183 million 6-pack rings, and 105 million takeout containers were sold in Canada. Those are very significant numbers, and those are for 2019 numbers, and this is something that's going to go into effect this year, starting from now until the end of the year.